Well, here we go. Our Axanthic lightning pieds are saying a very happy Christmas to all our viewers out there. So today we're going to be talking about the Axanthic pieds. Jad and I are going to be doing a nice film on the gene and morphs and the combos. And these two are Thor, and Thor is the boy. And you can see him there, he's getting on good weight now, 600 grams. Beautiful Axanthic. You can see the lovely patterns on him. So the Axanthic has the black, white, silver marks. And we got these snakes from Europe, Piet.
Newton.
Yeah.
Newton reptiles.
Is it Newton reptiles? Yeah. And you can see the females on searchabouts. She's exploring her Christmas background. Now what I like about the Axanthic is just look at the stripes on that. They've got the wide grey and white and black stripes and a lovely deep black head. So the Axanthic pied basically, I think this range is VPI, isn't it, this line?
Yeah, it's VPI.
VPI has a really good reputation of holding the black, whites and silvers, and we'll go through all the rest of the other options we've got on the Axanthics. But so that's a mixture of two recessive genes. One of them is pied and one of them is Axanthic. So you need two parents to achieve a pied and you need two parents to achieve an Axanthic. So we bought these pair and they're doing really well. Beautiful animals. Really pleased with them, Jared. Have you been pleased with them as well, Jared?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's just see if we can get some nice photo shots of them, and Jared will take some pictures. We'll put the male in under the Christmas tree. It's a beautiful gift. So thank you, Pet, for producing such a beautiful animal. And the female's coming to explore as well. And the female's called Siff. That was named by Emily. And we also want to give you an update on the naming of the other animals. We've made a decision and we'll give you an update on those. We've used everyone's names and all different snakes we've got, so that everyone's a winner out there. But yeah, really happy with those. So Jared, if I can pass you the camera, are you happy to do the shoot? Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's go to the table and we'll bring these with us. So Mum's got some more Christmas decorations for the props. So what have you brought, Mother?
Just the walls and the box.
Yeah. Okay.
Where'd you go in there? Oh.
Yeah. We've already got a couple in there. So let's
sorry.
You're on video.
Oh, I didn't know.
Aren't they beautiful? We're doing the Axanthic and it's the Christmas competition. So Mandy's brought us some more props. So maybe you can leave those over here, Mandy, and then we'll use those when we do some more filming. But yes, we're going to do a Christmas competition, and the top prize will be a 25% discount off any New Forest snake over the next 12 months. So you'll get a special voucher if you win the top prize. We'll also be giving out t-shirt, stickers and magnets. And so what we'd like you to do is we'd like you to put some comments in this video as to what you would like New Forest Morphs to do in 2021 in terms of films and various snake combos. And also, what are your plans? So we'd like to know what your plans are going forwards and what you'd like to see New Forest Morphs do. And once everyone puts their comments on this video, we're going to ask you to please subscribe if you haven't already and share our films. And then what we'll do is we'll do a random generator, and hopefully we'll send out up to 5 different prizes again, so everyone's got a good chance. So let's take these two down to the table, Jared, and talk about genetics. Actually, she's found her own, have a quick look, Jared. She's found her own comfortable Christmas spot here. She's checking out the deer, isn't she? Is she lovely? We've not really done a proper one. So actually, that's the male, isn't it?
Yeah, the male's the big one.
So the male, sorry, I've got them back to front. So that one's Thor.
Yeah.
And the female is this one over here. So I'll bring him out for now. And let's have a little talk about genetics. Okay. So, Jared, any idea when the Axanthic was first produced or discovered?
You know I don't know that.
It just makes everyone else...
Come on, brainy head, read your paper.
It just makes everyone else feel really comfortable. If we've got Jared saying he doesn't know much about them, then there could be quite a few people out there that
absolutely mugging me off. That's alright, I don't mind.
Sorry, Jared.
I'll play the poor.
I'll ask you if you've done biology next, like I do with Mandy. Mandy's done an A-level in biology, and she's quite helpful when it comes to these things. But no, the Axanthic is a recessive gene. What do you like about the Axanthic, Jared?
I just love the greys and the whites and the blacks. I mean, they look beautiful.
Yeah.
I like it when you put a bit of pastel in there and it really brightens it up, makes it really white and black.
Yeah. So the Axanthic has the ability to strip out colour. It removes all the yellow, or a lot of the yellow pigmentation that's naturally in a snake. So if you look at a normal snake, they normally have a little bit of yellow in there, don't they, Jared?
Yeah, they look more brown.
Yeah. So I think what happened is in 1997 is when it was first produced. Obviously it was discovered in Africa. There was a couple of normals that were showing this black, grey and white undertones, and there was a couple called, I think the names are Dave and Tracy Barker, and in 1992 or 3 they imported a couple of normals, what they thought were normal looking, unusual normals, and they bred them out and they produced a black, grey and white snake that reduced all the yellow pigment out, and they called that the VPI line. Now people may have heard of the VPI line of Axanthic, but it stands for Vida Priesco International, and that's what it's called, VPI for short. They're based in Texas, and there's quite a few videos out there on YouTube if you want to go check them out and have a look at those. So the VPI is what we've gone for, and the reason, Jared, we've gone for VPI, what was the reason we went for VPI?
Well, we've just seen examples of them that are so clear and so beautiful.
Yeah.
That we thought, why not?
Yeah. So this one's kind of a mid-white, medium white, this one's a low white. And when Piet showed us on his Morph Market account, Jared and I were looking for lightning pieds. Now, a VPI Axanthic pied is also called a lightning pied. So here you've got 2 lightning pieds, and we bought them as a pair. And they're all eating well. They transferred across to frozen food slowly. Jared got them going, and they're now eating multis. They love multis, don't they? They're smashing multis, aren't they, Jared?
Yeah, the female took longer than the male, but
yeah,
that's why she's smaller.
They both came in. Yeah, they both came in the same size, but you can see that the male was more aggressive with the feeding. The female took a while to get going, but they are beautiful, beautiful animals, and we love them a lot. And so it's a double recessive gene. Now, to hit a double recessive is quite hard, isn't it, Jared? It can take up to 10 years from scratch. So
from scratch, yeah.
For us to buy into the Axanthics at a reasonably good price, Piet did us a good deal. So thank you, Piet, for the pair. We're delighted, aren't we, Jared? So it gives us, 10 years head chance to get going on the Axanthic pieds, and our project is to produce a triple recessive for these 2. And have a guess, Jared. What's the triple recessive we're going to be shooting for?
I'm assuming you're talking about Desert Ghost.
We could have a quadruple recessive if you bring Desert Ghost in. I was thinking of Clown, Jared.
Oh yeah, Clown's a no-brainer. I was just thinking to clean it up loads.
Yeah.
The Desert Ghost would do that.
Well, you've just given me another idea, Jared. So we
put
could
him
have
to one of the females, produce triple hets.
Yeah, produce some triple hets. We can put that to the Desert Ghost female, who's doing really well when she's big enough. But no, I was thinking if we go for triple recessive clowns and put in a super pastel for good measure.
Yeah.
So what does pastel do to the Axanthic, Jared, when you put a pastel in?
It makes it more white and more grey. So right now there's still a little bit of brown in it.
Yeah.
Like it's not the crispest, cleanest one.
Can you see there's a little tint of brown here?
So it will get rid of that when you put the pastel in there.
Pastel will
be
convert
white
that in,
and like a grey.
Yeah.
Like not quite that grey, but grey.
Yeah, that's right. And also I think you're going to get starker contrast as you put pastel in. Also, people put pastel and fire into them as well, and they call them Axanthic fireflies.
Yeah.
And all these examples I'll put at the end of the film with a nice bit of mood.
Champagne Axanthic looks beautiful as well.
Does it?
Yeah, we'll put one of those in.
Yeah, we'll have a look at that. But that's the idea. So clown. So this is what we're shooting for, the Jared. You just stretched my goal even further. I was going to go for triple recessive.
Yeah.
So we're going to go for clown, pieds, Axanthic, Desert Ghost, with fire and pastel thrown in for good measure as codons.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. I don't know if anyone's ever produced one of those. It would probably take us about 10 years to do that.
Yeah, it's a long-term project, but it'll be worth it.
Can you imagine what it would look like, Jared? I mean, there's so many beautiful morphs out there, but we'll go through all the other combos. But I just want to do a bit more background to the history of the Axanthic. So there's 4 bloodlines in this particular Axanthic line. They're not compatible, by the way. So what I'd recommend you do is choose what you think is the best line that suits you. And each of those 4 lines have positives and negatives, and I was going to go through a few of those to help you make the decision. So the first line that we like is the VPI, and I'd highly recommend it. And the reason we've gone for it is because it looks great and it holds the black and white colours over age, whereas some of the other ones will start to brown out a little bit. Now if you go to the Snake Keeper version, there's the TSK version that we've got, a Het TSK in our collection. That was produced in 1999 by Dan and Colette Sunderland, who are based in Utah. A beautiful place to go visit. Jared and I have been there several times. Jared served his mission out there, didn't you, Jared? And you love the country. And when we go out there next time, we're going to go look them up, aren't we?
For sure, yeah.
So they're based in Utah, and that's known as the TSK line, even though it was first called the Snake Keeper line, because I think they trade as Snake Keeper. They
just abbreviated.
Yeah, so TSK is, I don't know what the T stands for, but
the Snake Keeper.
Okay,
yeah, TSK.
Okay, right, thanks, Jared.
You're welcome. There's something I know.
So yes, that was based over there. Now the third gene is called the Jolliffe gene. It's very rare. Not many are produced, but it has a very unique characteristics. Now the Jolliffe line was found in 2002 by Michael Jolliffe. Now remember, the initials are MJ, so don't get the Michael Jolliffe gene confused with the fourth gene, which is called the MJ line, which I did. So Michael Jolliffe is the Jolliffe line, and the MJ line belongs to Marcus Jane, which is Mark and Jane. I think their surname is what's their surname? Can't remember their surname.
Marcus Jane
Hello.
Reptiles.
What's going on here, Jared? It's not just. Look at that. I've got the Axanthics that have decided to use my t-shirt as a hide. Isn't it lovely? Just beautiful. So yeah,
Speak for yourself.
I'm enjoying this, Jared. I'm getting an arm massage, but I think I'll just pull her out. She's getting very connected. She likes to be in the dark. Obviously, she's using me as a hide. Come on, darling. Out you come. You are beautiful, aren't you? You're very intimate as well.
He's just so chilled.
Yeah. And it's good that they can get used to one another, because they will be a future pair. So it's good that they associate one with another. But coming back to the Jolliffe line, if you do go for the Jolliffe line, and they're quite rare, I'll try and put out a picture of one if I can find one, is they are renowned for being a very unique, dark, patterned version of the Axanthic. And that was found in 2002. So if you want a really dark Axanthic, and you want to have a crazy pattern, by all means have a look at it if you can find one. But what I would recommend is, if you're going to go for the Jolliffe and you've got some TSKs and you've got some VPIs, don't mix them, because you won't know whether you're coming and going. Keep them separate if you're going to go for them. We've decided to stay with the VPI line, and we're going to be giving away on our 500 subscriber giveaway, just to give everyone plenty of warning. And we're already up to 212 subscribers. We're doubling every couple of weeks, which is beautiful. So thank you everyone for supporting us and subscribing and jumping on. When we get to 500, we're going to give away a free snake, and this free snake is a cinnamon Het TSK Axanthic, ready to go. He's about 1200 grams, eating like a trooper. He's in shed at the moment, but we will show you him as well, Jared.
And that'll be a UK only.
So that'll be for our UK subscribers, because of the issue with transporting at the moment in lockdown. It's not easy. But what we'll do is, on the 500 subscriber giveaway, we'll give out an equivalent value voucher to non-UK subscribers, and that voucher will be worth, let's say, £150 voucher. Is that fair enough, Jared?
Yeah.
So we're going to give away $150 or $200 voucher, whatever you want.
For a small store.
Yeah, from our store, and that will go towards buying a snake from us or buying some merchandise. Obviously, once lockdown's over, and we're so grateful that we've got this new vaccine, and you might have seen on the news this week that the first vaccine was administered outside of trials to a 90-plus-year-old lady in the UK, an Irish lady who was brave enough to go ahead and do that. And we're hoping that with this vaccine we can all get some normality back into our lives, that it will be effective, and eventually it'll be rolled out in the next 6 months to most of us. So hopefully that will really help us get some form of normality back into our lives. The other thing I want to say very briefly is just our sending out some love and support to a facility that experienced, is it Jared, the
Dutch Dragon Imports.
Dutch Dragons Imports. Jared we just literally imported some snakes from them. At least they brought them across from Europe. And Nikki just dropped some snakes off for us a couple of days ago, and I think we got 7 snakes from them. So their service is still continuing in terms of supporting the transportation of snakes, but we just wanted to give them a bit of love and support. They had a fatal fire at their facility, and there was like 10 to 12 years of work lost to fire. And when that happens to any breeder in the world, we as a community just want to send our love to you and send our support. And to help them get back on their feet, I've decided to use them more for transporting our animals, to give them extra income. The service was very good, wasn't it, Jared? They came, they delivered, and Nikki was lovely. She came over, and I was very impressed with their service, and we'll do some unboxing for you later. But please give them a bit of love and support. Maybe send them a message. They're on Facebook. And if you feel you want to maybe donate some money towards them, or give them some business to help them get back on their feet, whichever way you feel. It's lovely when the community gets behind and supports. And if it was me and Jared and we'd spent 10 years building this facility, we'd be gutted if we ended up losing our snakes to fire or some other hazard. And I will put out a video next year about how to avoid fires in facilities, which I think is an important thing that needs to be addressed. We had a fully qualified electrician who installed all the electrics in our facility, and without going into that video now, we feel very comfortable having a fully qualified electrician doing this, because they can sign it off, and that with confidence that everything is properly wired up and properly done, and get a certificate as well. But really important to do regular checks, but we'll do a video on that one another time. But getting back to the Axanthics, the MJ line is it's probably the most second popular line out there, and people are toying between whether they go VPI or MJ.
They're both beautiful.
They're both beautiful, and we're not going to put one above another. We like the MJs as well. The MJs give you the silver sides, and they give you a pale belly. So if you're going to go for a silver-sided, pale-bellied animal, it's the MJ version of Marcus James' version is what you want to go for. But have a look, make your own decision. They're pretty similar in price. I think a basic Axanthic without any other genes in it you can get for $200 or $300 or pounds as a starter, which I think is really good. If you want to go for the pied bulls, you're looking at a couple of £1,000 each for these. So you could spend up to £4,000 on a pair. If you want to then go for the clown Axanthics pieds, or the
I've never seen one.
Actually, there isn't. The clown Axanthics go for about $6,000. So the moment you stick clown into here to get your double recessives, the price just goes through the roof, because the clown is such a popular and they look so good. Now, we did talk about the non-compatibilities. Now, the MJ line came in 2008 from Mark and Jane, and I say have a good look at those. There is a couple of other animals out there that are called Axanthic that aren't the same gene. The one called the red Axanthic, and I think there's one called a black Axanthic as well. So don't get confused, these are separate. Certainly the red Axanthic, I believe, is a separate gene altogether, and it's not recessive. That one, I believe, is co-dominant, so you only need one parent to produce. And the red Axanthics are lovely. I've had a look at them online, Jared. They look beautiful, and I'd definitely consider them if you want to put red into some of your combos, particularly with the clown genes with that red. So do have a look at those as well. And then looking at combos, now the beautiful thing about the Axanthic is you end up with an unexpected and stunning results when you put them to combos. And these, because they're quite new, they've not been fully stretched. The potential of the Axanthic has not been fully tested. And there's been some breeders that have come up with some wonderful combinations, and the ones we've mentioned are the Firefly. If you put pastel to Axanthic, the whole thing pops. We're going to be shooting for that. We're actually going to be shooting for the super pastel Axanthic because it's beautiful. But there was a snake called a Stormtrooper, Jared. Have you heard of the Stormtrooper Axanthic?
Yeah.
Now, you might know the answer, as being a Star Wars fan, Jared. Why is it called the Star Trooper? The Stormtrooper.
Black and white, like the Stormtroopers from Star Wars.
Yeah, so if you look at the Stormtroopers from Star Wars, they are black and white. These Axanthics have the ability to produce that level of black and white if you get the combos right. Now, I don't think they actually know 100% how to create a Stormtrooper. It's almost like it randomly throws out. And I think it came from the pairing of the the pairing was a super pastel to an Axanthic that produced the Stormtrooper. And the guy that did it, I don't think I have the name of the bloke that did it, or the girl. I'll have to look that up. Actually I do, it's John, I think it's John Page, in 2016, put together a super pastel with an Axanthic. Now whether that super pastel was het for Axanthic, it probably was. He produced a Stormtrooper. And the Stormtroopers are gorgeous, you get that extra pop in the colours. And then the other one that's very popular is the Axanthic spiders, and there's one particular, if you put super pastel to an Axanthic spider, you get what they call a spider killer bee, and they are gorgeous.
You mean Axanthic killer bee?
So an Axanthic killer bee, sorry, yeah, sorry Jared, thank you.
Right.
So there's a few to consider, and say what we're shooting for, Jared, is we're shooting for the triple recessive or quadruple recessive is in our project line, and looking forward to doing that. So I think that's all we can talk about on the Axanthics. We'll have a quick look at the het Axanthic Jared on the way back to take these animals back. And don't forget, guys, to make some comments to enter the competition.
Like, subscribe, comment, and you'll be entered.
Yep. And here's Aladdin. Now you can change his name if you want to.
He's in shed at the moment.
Here's the 500 subscriber giveaway.
He's in a shed, so normally he's a bit more chocolatey and beautiful.
He's
but
1200, and he's het for TSK. So if you're looking for
100% het TSK Axanthic.
yeah, and he's a healthy male. He wants to breed. We haven't bred him, but every time we're breeding and he's smelling the hormones of the girls, he wants to come out and play.
He locked to my cinnamon girl.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah.
So he definitely locks.
Yeah, he's beautiful, isn't he? So let's put him back. Let's put these babies back, and then let's have a look. So Siff is the girl, Lightning Pine. Got to get this right.
She's the one that's high white.
She's high white, so we'll put her back. Thank you, Siff. You've been an absolute star. Thank you for starring on New Forest Morphs show. Just love working with these animals, Jared. Ooh, sorry, girl. You alright? She wanted to come out there. And then, oops, where's the other one? Thor's over here. There you go, Thor. And then, while we're here, Jared, let's go through the names of the other video that we made, which was the leopard video. I asked everyone to give us some ideas for a name for our new Yellow Belly, Orange Dream, Pastel, 100% het clown.
Leopard as well.
And leopard girl, which is here. We've given her a name, and we've used all your names, so thank you for giving all the names. So the name that we're going to go for, because she's so beautiful, is Bella. There you go, Joe. There she is. And we've gone for Bella. So thank you for suggesting that. Now I've got over here a list of all the names, and I'll just give a bit of information on that. So Bella came from Patrick. So thank you, Patrick. I'd like to give you lots of fires and lots of thumbs up, because you're a wonderful supporter. We really appreciate your love and support, Patrick. So thank you for that name, Bella. And being half Italian, it appealed to me as well. Jared and I both discussed all the names, and we thought Bella would be the most appropriate for her because she's so beautiful. But we've also got all these other names here, Jared. Xena, Doodles, Leona, Hokoyo, Aurora, and Ngozi. So we've used all of those names, and now we're going to show you the names and the animals that we've associated them with. So let's start first of all with Hokoyo. Now that means watch out, doesn't it? I think it means watch out for. Yeah. I think African, isn't it? Now, if you look why we've called her that, she's watch out for her, because every time we feed her, this is a 100% het clown, isn't it?
Yeah.
Every time we go to feed her, she wants to attack us. She's poised to eat, isn't she, Jared? So we thought watch out is a really good name for her. And then Bella we've mentioned, and then the other one we've got is Doodles.
Doodles the noodle.
We've called him Doodle the Noodle, Jared. Yep. And it's the pastel cinnamon 100% het clown that we've done. He's one of my favourite snakes, and I think we'll call him Doodle when he becomes a bigger snake. Doodle the Noodle. He looks like Noodles looking at it. Look. So yeah, very appropriate. And then Xena is his sister. She is the pastel twilight. She's spot nose as well in there, isn't she? And we called her Xena. Now Xena, that means pretty or shiny. It's a Bible name meaning shiny or pretty, and she certainly is that. But it's also a Greek name which belongs to Zeus. So she's a bit of a goddess. So let's hope she does prove to be a goddess here at NF Morphs. She produces our Batmans. I'm going to be delighted. And what were the other ones? We've got Ngozi, which I think we've got down there. Yeah, I'll show you that one. Now Ngozi, that means danger. And Jared, you've nearly been bitten by this one, feeling it.
I have been bitten by him.
Have you been bitten by him?
Yeah, it doesn't hurt. But
So we've decided to give his name Ngozi. But we need Emily in here doing more loving, I think. She's really good at calming these animals down. And here's Xena. Not Xena.
Dunzo.
Was it?
Leona.
Leona, sorry. Leona, that's my sister, Mary Jane. Thank you, Mary, for your name suggestion. You've got this beautiful animal here, which is a lovely cinnamon pied, which I love. And that's an appropriate name now. Leona, that means lioness or lion. So perhaps she'll be a bit of a lion eater as she gets going. And Jared's named, we need to let everyone know the name that you decided to go for this Super Cine, because Jared is so attached to this animal, you had to choose the name.
Yeah, I chose the name. I
Yeah.
boycotted everyone, sorry.
Yeah. So Jared, let's have a look.
This is Shadow.
Shadow. She's a girl, by the way. We've sexed all these animals. We know whether we've got boys or girls. But there you go, Shadow. Beautiful, Jared.
Get it in focus.
Let me get that out of your way, because it's the paper that's focusing.
Wicked.
There's Shadow.
And the last one was Aurora.
Aurora. Now that
That's
was from-
Prestige Python's
Prestige.
daughter.
Yeah. I have to mention that Gavin gave us two names. He gave us the African names.
Ngozi and
Coke.
Okoye.
Yeah, Okoye. And Doodles was given by Kirk, so thank you, Kirk. We give a shout out to Kirk for his suggestion. So I think that covers all the names. We do have 7 other snakes to do unboxing. They don't have any names, so
We'll
if
do
you-
that in the unboxing video.
should we do that in the unboxing
Yeah.
video? Yeah, we'll do that in
So
the
they can see the animals.
Good thinking, Jared. So it's from us. We will see you before Christmas, but we're going to send out lots of Christmas love. And thank you so much for supporting us in this launch year. We only launched 3 months ago. Jared and I are delighted with how things are moving, how it's going. Big thumbs up from us. We want you to have a wonderful Christmas. We'll close the competition down probably within, I'd say, a week from when we launch the video. And we'll give everyone the times, and then we'll do that random selection and we'll shoot those out. If we can get them to you before Christmas, we will. If not, it'll be the new year. So thank you, Jared, for being our cameraman today. Thank you to the Axanthics. Please enjoy that beautiful gene. Highly recommended. I could say just go for it if you fancy them and like the look of them. They really are beautiful animals. So it's goodbye from me, Paul. Goodbye from Jared. And goodbye from New Forest Morphs. Bye-bye for now.